Good morning in the wild, wild world, and welcome to another adventure. What was this adventure, you ask? Well, as you're about to find out, me and a few of my friends went to visit this congregation in Searcy. It's called a Post-Pew congregation. The name of the congregation is Living Way Church of Christ. But the Christian Chronicle posted an article about them recently, and one of the people that I know here was going to make a trip there. And they were driving, and I was like, okay, I'm down for an adventure and a new experience. So this is that day and everything that happened. And while I did film in parts of the service to show, my experience and what it was like, I'm by no means saying that I agree with everything there. But we'll talk more about that throughout the video. So hope you enjoy the day.
Oh, wow. Wow. I feel like I graduated from something. I know, I feel like I just did the walk. Here, yeah. And then go inside the church building after I'm like softening on edges. I guess we're gonna do it afterwards. And then I think my I would say yes. Like pictures. Yeah. Cool.
So he who had received 5 talents came and brought 5 other talents, saying, Lord, you delivered me 5 talents. I gave 5 more talents besides them. His Lord said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord. He also, who had received 2 talents, came and said, Lord, you delivered me 2 talents. Look, I have gained 2 more talents besides them. His Lord said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Then he who had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. And I was afraid, and went and hid your talent in the ground. Look, there you have what is yours.
Neither slave nor free, nor is there male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. If you belong to Christ, then you are Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise.
Now at this point, they're really, honestly, there's no pews there. They're just sitting around tables, which is nice and communal. It's a great community aspect for that. So far, as far as my experience was going, this was all normal. It was nice. It was cool. The people there were extremely friendly. As soon as we walked in, people were just asking, talking to us, where are you from? Super friendly. They sat us at the table with somebody who knew what was going on and told us what to do so that we wouldn't be confused as to what the order was or what was happening. So yeah, but the next part, communion, it just was a little different than normal, but not in a different that I'd probably say was wrong.
Just a moment. In Romans chapter 6, beginning in verse 3, it says, Paul, talking to the Christian, says, Or don't you know that all of us who are baptized into Christ Jesus are baptized into his death? We were therefore buried with him through baptism into death, in order that just as Christ was raised from the dead, through the glory of the Father, we too may live a new life.
So we had communion, and the guy speaking did the first prayer, and then he just instructed us at the table wanted us at the table to lead that prayer. So one of the other guys at the table, after we had all had the bread for communion, we prayed for the fruit of the vine and all drank of it as well. So, not normally what happens, but, it's just individual, table by table, all of us doing it together as one group.
I want to talk a little bit this morning about living with our tags on, okay, as citizens of the church. But I want to start with a question. Does anyone know what or who a returner is. Here's the definition I found in my special dictionary. It's a noun, okay? For those of you who are English majors. And it's a person who makes a purchase with the intent of eventually returning it. Now you know who you are, right? You're probably sitting in there with tags scratching the back of your shirt. You know exactly who you are. There's certain guidelines for good returnership. You never, ever, ever take the tags off. All right? No matter how uncomfortable, no matter how many times you wear it, you gotta keep the tags on. You also never lose a receipt. You can lose your car keys or anything else, but you know exactly where every receipt is that you made a purchase. And you also know how to keep those things you plan to return in pristine condition, just like new, never out of the box. But most importantly, a good returner always has a good story. You know by now where I'm going with this, right? Sometimes we treat the salvation and the faith we have been given like we're planning to return it. You know, we kind of look at it, we admire it, we value it, but we never take it out of the box. And it's almost like we have a plan to go back to God with a good story and say, hey God, I kept it safe. Here's the faith you gave to me. It's like new. In fact, I never did anything with it. Okay, I may have worn it once or twice, but it's in great condition. I've got the receipt. It's perfect. And God wants you to take the tags off. He doesn't want the faith back. He wants you to do stuff with it. And it's worse still when we act like we're blaming God for it. You know, if only you had given us this, that guy got more. I would have done better if I had.
And really the interesting part about the sermon, it was a great sermon, like I really agreed with it. It was made a lot of sense. I definitely think that's something that needs to be spoken about, you know, taking the tags off our faith and such. But at the tables we had, well, he actually put up on the screen, and he had us discuss at our tables like discussion questions during the sermon, so that we could talk about what was being talked about in the sermon with one another and develop that more fully. And then after all that was done, we had, you know, prayer requests at each table, and we all prayed as like individual tables about our personal prayer requests and those things. So that was also nice as well.
When the winds blow, He is my shelter. When I'm lost and alone, He rests.
I mean, honestly, out of the whole experience, there was just one instance during one song where just a few people, not by far, not the majority, it was by far a minority. Some people like clapped a little during the chorus, which is probably the only concerning part about the services there. Other than that, this idea of what they call table ministries is very interesting. It's definitely something to think on, and something for, you know, churches to look at as maybe an option, maybe something they want to do. I don't know, but hope you enjoy the rest of the day.
I have no idea. Wow. Oh, I love this one. That would make sense. Okay, none of these from here. Let me see if I can help with mine.
Welcome to Art Alley.
Yeah. I don't have any pictures for myself. I always have with other people.
The pipe here is covered in little knitted areas. How cool. Whoa, it's the genie. That's awesome. Such a unique area. Wow, Bugs Bunny, and Daffy Duck, and Elmer Fudd, Sylvester, and Tweety. Aw, so great. Aw. There you go. What a cool little place. we
Can't wait to
go.
eat. It's gonna be
All
awesome.
right, we're here at the wonderful Freddy in Memphis. They have burgers and custard and whatnot, so it's real good, real yummy. If you flash back to the beginning of spring semester in this year, Evan and I did a wonderful food review for this restaurant. You should totally go check it out. But it's going to be nami nami. Look at this burger. It's glorious. Got fries and got the Freddy sauce. Christine's already devoured hers.
Absolutely.
And Ansley's chowing down on her chicken sandwich. Saya hasn't gotten her food yet.
No, that's nasty. It's not yours.
Wow.
And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. We are back from our adventure. Over the woods, through the garden, through the river, and on to Grandma's house. Except not really Grandma's house, but time to head to dinner. Go and get some name name grubs. I think I said that earlier. Why am I so weird? Why? What's wrong with me? It's been a full and busy day. Got homework, still got more stuff to do, a lot more stuff to do. Got a senior presentation this week, so that's nerve-wracking. But then once that's over, the class is pretty much done, which I guess is an upside. Just tired, exhausted, stressed. Ugh. Such is life. But that doesn't mean things can't improve. That you can't do something to make things improve. So, while I go get some much needed rest, I hope you had a good day. And I hope that you stay good.